Well, inquiring minds want to know, could Donald Trump actually be the very first black president? Many people on the streets are saying it. They're like, hey, I know a lot of people want to say Barack Obama was the first black person, but actually, it's Donald Trump. I'm going to let you hear some interesting perspectives and thoughts as we go through today's video. But first, let's jump into a little bit of conversation. Should kingdom people, should Christians, should we be involved in politics? Let's talk about it.
Let me tell y'all why Trump is the first black president. First of all, he admitted that black people built America. Trump actually helped black people with the criminal justice reform. The criminal justice reform reversed the harm that the crime bill that Joe Biden wrote and Bill Clinton signed into law back in the 90s. Next, he gave protection to black Christians all over the world. He said if you mess with those black Christians, you're going to get that FAFO. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying. Trump is the first black president also because he had the cheapest gas prices. Black people were able to move around freely without the worry of paying for high-ass gas like we are doing now. Also, he's the first black president is because the FBI came after him, the same way they came after Martin Luther King. The U.S. government also raided his home, something that black people are very familiar with. They even indicted this man because he grabbed some cat. Go figure. I remember when black people celebrated Bill Clinton relations with Monica Lewinsky. Also, the reason why Trump is the first black president, he tell you what's on his mind and don't give a fuck what anybody think about it. The U.S. government impeached this man, so I know he doing something right. This is the Black Man Thoughts, and I'm out.
Hello there. Welcome to Pearls of Eden. Thank you for joining me. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Marilyn Acosta, and today's topic that we're going to conversate about is a lot of it. Okay, it's about politics, right? I know people think that why does a kingdom believer, why do we have anything to do with politics? Why should we be concerned about politics? Well, it's not that we're either Republican or Democrat, but we stand on the Lord's side. So we have an ear to heaven to hear what the Father says about all things, right? He is concerned about all things and all affairs of your life. And I think that's important for us to understand because so many believers think God doesn't care about politics. Well, he cares about everything that concerns and pertains to you. So much, he said, that when the righteous are in charge, he said the people rejoice. But when the wicked are in charge, the people mourn. So we do have a role in politics. We are to pray for leadership, all leadership. We are to pray for good leaders to arise in our government. We have a call to pray for our nation. I know, surprising, right? We have to be people of prayer and intercession because how many of you know that prayer changes things? It makes a difference, right? And so I don't know about you, but I want God to be in the midst of all of our affairs, right? And so we have to be very conscious about who we vote for because those are the policies that they're going to push in based on their beliefs, right? I don't know about you, but I at least want a politician that understands and knows the definition of what a woman is.
Men in Congress trying to define what a woman is.
That's right.
What is a woman? It's your mama. It sure ain't your daddy. What's a woman? Your mama. President Biden joining in on the conversation. We didn't know what a woman is. we didn't know what a woman is. A woman is your mama. Man is past 80, isn't it? You mean to tell me you past 80 and you don't know your mama and your wife is a woman?
Now listen, I do not agree with everything Pastor Gino Jennings says. There are some things that I just think are not true that he teaches, but there are a lot of things that he does teach that are biblically sound. And I think this just goes to show that just because you don't agree with everyone's theology and on every point does not make them a man or woman of God, that you have different understandings. And I think that is okay, right? We are the body of Christ. We don't all have it all perfectly figured out. I hate to break it to you all. No one has all the answers, right? So there are many things that I agree with Pastor Gino Jennings with, and there are many things that I don't. But one thing I do believe is that he teaches a lot of truth. All right, as far as the next controversial figure, we've got two very controversial figures on the program tonight. Minister Louis Farrakhan, he's another one, right? That I definitely have a lot of things that I don't agree with him on, but then there are some things that he says that, hey, truth is truth, facts are fact, and you just got to say, okay, definitely agree. Let's take a listen.
The nature of this administration is good for us. Because of Trump's way, he is an anomaly. There's never been no president quite like Mr. Trump. There's something that he's doing. Trump is destroying every enemy that was an enemy of our rise. Who's the enemy of our rise? Is it the Department of Justice, where we get none? Is it Congress, where you make a law that favors us and then you turn around and destroy it? Is it the media that has destroyed every black leader that stood up for us? Martin Luther King suffered it. Malcolm suffered it. He's attacking the media, calls it fake news. We have been the victims of some fake news.
Yes.
He's beating up the FBI. Go at it, baby. Yeah. They've been beating the hell out of us ever since J. Edgar Hoover and the counter.
I think a lot of black people can't help but wake up right now when it comes to politics. Let's be honest. If the Democrats were for black people, wouldn't black people be doing a lot better up under Biden than they were Trump? Well, think about it. The rent is up 18%. Groceries are up 44%. Gas prices is up 39%. Grain is up 29%. Interest rates for you to buy a house, 7%. All these things hurt the average American. Americans are running out of money. I don't care what race you are, what color you are, your survival is the most important thing. That's why I tell people to not vote off your race. You voting off your personal survival. Even if Biden did something specifically for black people right now, what would it matter if everything else is messed up? What would it matter if you can't buy a house? Your income doesn't match the inflation. Think of people have to open up their minds right now and see what's really going on. And even white liberals should be able to understand that. But hey, common sense ain't too common now, is it?
Biden.
I ain't gonna lie. Trump, my mother dog.
Donald Trump or Joe Biden?
When Joe Biden spoke on the black community, this mother had the nerve enough to say, if we don't vote for him, then we not black. Well, guess what, Joe? I ain't vote for your ass, and I'm as black as the mother concrete.
How do you feel about Trump getting indicted?
They need to free my boy. He been exposing and they don't like that. Trump 2024, my brother.
They know they can't get him for none of the real get it, gang. Free him.
I ain't used to like that. But now, bro, I realize that he meant well for the country, bro. We need that back. Free Trump. Trump 2024.
How do you feel about Trump being taken off the ballot in Colorado?
I think it's bull. I'll write him in if I have to.
I think it's unconstitutional.
I don't think it's right.
Why?
Because he hasn't been convicted of anything. You know, I mean, I'm not his fan, but I don't think anyone should tell anyone who can run or not.
I just know right is right, wrong is wrong. Everybody got a voice, and you know what I'm saying? Nobody should be silenced for their truth.
Trump 2024, you know what I'm saying? Forever. That boy, free Kodak.